President Biden, of course, has denied his family received any of these payments. Let's get right over to our national correspondent, Logan Raddick, with all these new details coming out from Comer's press conference today. Logan?
Well, Bianca, House Oversight Committee Chairman James Comer, as you mentioned, releasing those bank records linking the Biden family members to transactions with companies linked to the Chinese Communist Party, but also Romania. That's the first time we've really heard about Romania being linked to the Biden family from Chairman Comer. He says that there were transactions made between 2015 and 2017 towards the end of Joe Biden's tenure as Barack Obama's vice president.
While Vice President Biden was lecturing Romania on anti-corruption policy, in reality he was a walking billboard for his son and family to collect money. Hunter Biden and his associates capitalized on a lucrative financial relationship with the Romanian national who was under investigation for and later convicted of corruption in Romania. The Bidens received over $1 million for the deal. It's 16 of the 17 payments to their associates' account that funneled the Biden's money occurred while Joe Biden was vice president. In fact, the money stops flowing from the Romanian nationals.
And Comer did not stop there. He said that at least 9 other Biden family members had received payments from these foreign companies, including Hallie Biden, the widow of Beau Biden, and Kathleen Biden, the ex-wife of Hunter Biden. Again, most of these transactions related to Hunter Biden. And Comer says the committee is concerned about 20 companies the Biden family has used to allegedly enrich themselves. Many of those companies were linked to the Chinese Communist Party. Comer also says bank records show the Biden family and their associates made over $10 million from foreign nationals and their companies, including more than $1 million over 15 separate payments from a Chinese company through a third party. Chairman Comer says the Oversight Committee has obtained thousands of pages of financial records related to those transactions, and the Oversight Committee recently revealed bank records showing Biden family members, again, were getting money from those Chinese-linked companies. Now, today's press conference, it also comes just 1 week after a whistleblower claimed the FBI and DOJ are in possession of a document that describes an influence
emergency policy sunsets on Thursday.
These are all double negatives. It's hard to understand. So Title 42 of
emails that indicate that the Justice Department was alerted to a potential bribery scheme involving former Vice President Biden back in 2018. So that was before he even ran for president. Comer says this is not a witch hunt and that he's only releasing information that he has evidence for. Meanwhile, the White House is firing back, saying that this is nothing more than a political witch hunt, and that Joe Biden and Hunter Biden maintain their innocence. But again, Chairman Comer will continue that investigation, and he continues to find more companies linked to those foreign business dealings of the Biden family. Back to you.
Pretty stunning stuff. A lot of money there. Logan Raddick live for us at the Capitol. Thanks, Logan. John, over to you.
And what's going to happen now?
All right, thank you, Bianca. Let's welcome in now Fred Fleitz. He's with us from the former Chief of Staff of the National Security Council, also the Vice Chair of the Center for American Security at the America First Policy Institute. Fred, great to see you.
Hey, John, good to be here.
So the White House tried to say yesterday that James Comer and House Republicans were pushing ahead with an evidence-free investigation. Sure sounds like a lot of evidence that was presented today by Chairman Comer.
It's just 20 separate companies, $10 million, multiple LLCs, many Biden family members involved. I don't know what's going to happen when they keep peeling this onion, but the question I think Americans are asking is all these foreign companies, all these foreign officials, what do they think they were buying when they were applying all this money into the Biden family? Well, it's fairly obvious. They knew Joe Biden would be returning to government. They were buying influence.
Right. These were points made not just by Chairman Comer, but also Congressman Byron Donalds. If these were legitimate businesses, show us the business plan. Show us the widgets or whatever it was they were making. Show us the, what was the product that they were actually getting into. And Why can't they answer that question? We're going to have to wonder. And at a certain point, Fred, I mean, this has to lead, if what James Comer is alleging, they have to think about impeaching Joe Biden for this. This is now proof that he was receiving money, allegedly, while he was vice president of the United States from a country, Romania.
Well, I think that there are many reasons to impeach Joe Biden. That isn't going to happen. We can talk about that. That's an issue that has to come up in the 2024 election. Realistically, we can talk about it. In a perfect world, he would have been thrown out a long time ago for the terrible way he's run this country, how he's damaged the economy, damaged our national security, never mind all this corruption. But I think this is going to be an important talking point in the 24 election.
Okay, real quickly, too, just one more note on this whistleblower investigation by the House Judiciary and Intelligence Committee. They conclude that the Biden campaign took active measures to discredit allegations about Hunter Biden by exploiting these 51 national security former intelligence officials. And it comes after the former CIA director, Michael Morell, admitted to Congress and congressional investigators that he helped trigger this letter. And nobody, Fred, has been held to account for this yet.
CIA management was involved. Apparently, people who cleared the letter helped find more signatories. And Morell said that he pushed this letter forward to help Biden get reelected. And there's an email in this new report, and it says the following. This is from Morell to a former CIA officer. The more intelligence officers, the better. Campaign will be thrilled. I mean, John, think about that. This former CIA director is doing this, obviously, to help Biden win the election, not because of any intelligence concern, not because of national security concerns. It was blatantly political all the way down.
They're going to have to strip it down to its roots, Fred, to get rid of all the politicization in the intelligence community.
Breaking news right now. It is the crisis along our southern border. Thousands of migrants expected to surge. We are also learning at this hour that the Biden administration is planning to release them into the United States with no way of tracking them once they're here. That is according to a brand new report from NBC, citing 3 sources familiar with those plans. Now, it is saying that the Biden administration is preparing a memo that will direct Customs and Border Protection to release migrants without court dates or the ability to track them. This, of course, comes as Title 42 is set to expire tomorrow at noon. And more than 11,000 migrants, in fact, were caught crossing our southern border just yesterday alone.
Let me be clear. The lifting of the Title 42 public health order does not mean our border is open. In fact,
Who's buying that? That's DHS Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas making remarks just moments ago at CBP headquarters in D.C. Mayorkas also blamed Congress and Republicans for the border crisis.
I cannot overemphasize that our current situation is the outcome of Congress leaving a broken, outdated immigration system in place for over 2 decades, despite unanimous agreement that we desperately need legislative reform.
That do need to be fired.
Now, those comments come after Mayorkas visited Brownsville, Texas yesterday. Border officials there are expecting a surge of migrants, and we're already seeing this, even before the expiration of Title 42. This new video comes to us. You can see the groups, masses of people crossing the Rio Grande River. And this is just the beginning of what we expect to see again tomorrow and every day after that, after the expiration of Title 42. Bianca?
Live to the border during this broadcast. But right now, a bit of breaking news for you also on George Santos. Justice Department this morning unsealing federal criminal charges against the New York congressman. Santos was arrested. He's now in federal custody. In fact, he's expected to appear today at the Long Island Federal Courthouse. The 13 charges alleged include wire fraud, money laundering, theft of public funds, and lying to the U.S. House of Representatives. Prosecutors claiming Santos used his campaign funds on personal expenses and fraudulently applied for COVID-related unemployment benefits.
Well, coming up, we're going to talk about what's at stake in tonight's CNN town hall, both for the network and for former President Trump. We expect him to face tough questions on his legal troubles, but he could also turn this around and make it a big win for him. How will it affect his presidential campaign? We'll dive into that. Also, we'll have the latest on this debt ceiling standoff and President Biden and House Speaker Kevin McCarthy. And did you see President Biden's news conference last night? We'll talk to James Rosen about that. He's also attending a $25,000 a plate campaign event in New York City tonight. We'll give you details.
And EO for us.
Play around. You're invited to indulge in an elegant world-class gaming experience.